I've stood beneath the neon glow of Tokyo's Shibuya crossing, watched the sun rise over Singapore's Marina Bay, and wandered through Seoul's ancient palaces. I thought I knew what modern Asia looked like. But nothing, and I mean nothing, prepared me for what I discovered when I finally stepped off the plane in Kuala Lumpur. Within my first hour in Malaysia, I realized I'd been sleeping on one of the most extraordinary countries in the world, and I was about to learn why so many seasoned travelers call it Asia's best-kept secret. The shock started the moment I left the airport. While other countries in the region have impressive infrastructure, Malaysia's highway system felt like gliding through the future. The roads were immaculate, the signage crystal clear in multiple languages, and I was cruising at speeds that would make a German Autobahn jealous. Then came the real surprise. The toll booth operator smiled at me, genuinely smiled, and said, "Welcome to Malaysia," like she actually meant it. That warmth, that instant connection. It wasn't a one-time thing. It was everywhere. But here's what really got me. In Singapore, you'll pay $20 for a decent meal. In Tokyo, $15 gets you something reasonable. In Seoul, maybe $12 if you're lucky. In Malaysia, I sat down at a bustling mamak stall in Kuala Lumpur, and for less than $3, I had roti canai so perfectly crispy it shattered at the touch, creamy dal that had been simmering for hours, and teh tarik pulled so high it created an actual arc of sweet, frothy heaven. The uncle running the stall had been perfecting his craft for 30 years, and you could taste every single one of them in that meal. What stunned me even more was the diversity. I've traveled to multicultural cities before, but Malaysia operates on a completely different level. Within a single morning, I walked from the Sri Mariamman Temple with its towering goppuram covered in Hindu deities, to the Sultan Abdul Samad Building's Moorish arches, to the Thian Ho Temple's red pillars, and finally to St. Mary's Cathedral's Gothic spires. For completely different worlds, for distinct architectural languages, all within a few kilometers of each other. And here's the thing, it didn't feel like a tourist attraction or a carefully curated diversity showcase. This is just how Malaysians live, moving seamlessly between Chinese coffee shops, Malay warungs, and Indian banana leaf restaurants like it's the most natural thing in the world. The natural beauty hit differently too. I'd heard about Malaysia's beaches and rainforests, sure, but I wasn't prepared for Perhentian Island's water be more turquoise than anything I'd seen in Okinawa, or for the jungle canopy at Taman Negara to feel older and more primordial than any forest I'd explored in Japan. Malaysia has some of the oldest rainforests on Earth. We're talking 130 million years old, which makes them older than the Amazon. Standing beneath those massive trees, watching sunlight filter through layers and layers of green, hearing the calls of creatures I couldn't even identify, I felt something I rarely feel as a traveler anymore. Genuine awe. Then there's Georgetown, Penang, which absolutely broke my expectations. I've walked through preserved historical districts in Kyoto, explored heritage neighborhoods in Seoul, and admired colonial architecture in Singapore. But Georgetown is something else entirely. The entire city is a UNESCO World Heritage Site where Peranakan shophouses painted in pastels lean against each other like old friends, where street art tells stories on every corner, and where you can smell 5 different cuisines wafting from 5 different restaurants on the same street. The way Malaysia has preserved its history while keeping alive and functional, not turning it into a museum, but letting it breathe as a living, working city, that's something special. What really shocked me, though, was how Malaysia handles technology and tradition. In Japan, I saw meticulous preservation. In Singapore, I saw efficient modernization. In South Korea, I saw rapid innovation. But Malaysia does all 3 simultaneously and makes it look effortless. I watch vendors at the peddling street market using QR codes and e-wallets while selling traditional Chinese medicine that's been trusted for generations. I saw young Malaysians in hijabs and business suits discussing startup ideas over kopi and key and capicium that's been family-run since the 1950s. This isn't a country choosing between past and future. It's embracing both with open arms. And the hospitality. I need to talk about the hospitality. Japanese omotenashi is famous, and rightfully so, but Malaysian hospitality has this warmth, this genuine curiosity about you as a person, that caught me completely off guard. Strangers invited me to their homes, for Hari Raya celebrations. A taxi driver in Malacca spent an hour taking me to his favorite spots that weren't in any guidebook, refusing extra payment because you're a guest of my country. A Chinese grandmother at a morning market insisted on teaching me how to pick the best mangosteens, treating me like I was her own grandchild. This isn't hospitality as a service. It's hospitality as a way of life. Malaysia shocked me because it does what I thought was impossible in modern Asia. It's affordable without being cheap, developed without losing its soul, diverse without conflict, modern without abandoning tradition, and welcoming without pretense. While its neighbors get all the headlines and tourism glory, Malaysia quietly affects the balance that everyone else is still searching for. It's not trying to be Singapore's efficiency, Japan's precision, or Korea's trendiness. It's confidently, unapologetically itself, and that authenticity is magnetic. This is a brand new channel, and honestly, your support means everything as we continue uncovering the stories that make Malaysia truly extraordinary. If this video gave you a new perspective on a country that deserves so much more recognition, hit that like button and subscribe. It genuinely helps us create more content exploring the hidden corners and untold stories of Malaysia. Drop a comment telling me what shocked you most about Malaysia or what you're dying to know more about. Let's build a community of people who appreciate this incredible country together. Trust me, we're just getting started, and there's so much more of Malaysia's magic to share with you.